of Youth in Sports Malaysia to deliver his speech and to officially officiate the pre-launching ceremony of the 7th Malaysia International Independence Run, Putrajaya 2012. Please welcome.
Saudara dan saudari pengacara majlis, Yang Berhormat Senator Gan Peng Siu, Timbalan Menteri Belia dan Sukan Malaysia, Yang Berbahagia Datuk Mohit Mohamad, Ketua Setiausaha Kementerian Belia dan Sukan, Mr. Akiro Sato, representing the Embassy of Japan, Ms. Tomoko Takahashi, representing Datuk Motohiro Otsuka, Honorary Consulate General of Malaysia in Fukuoka, Japan, Saudara Muhammad Maliki Muhammad Rafi'i, Presiden Majlis Belia Malaysia, Yang Mulia Datuk Raja Roslan Raja Samah, Pengurusi Jawatan Kuasa Penganjur 7 Malaysia International Akiden Run Putrajaya, rakan-rakan daripada Kementerian Belia dan Sukan, kepada pegawai-pegawai kanan, datuk-datuk, Dewan Hormat, para sponsor yang turut hadir pada hari ini, saudara-saudari yang dihormati dan kasih sekalian. Pertamanya, apabila saya berada di depan sana dan memandang kepada backdrop, saya lihat gambar saya di belakang sana. Saya seperti tertidur ketika berlari. Bayangkan betapa indah, nikmat dan enaknya bila berlari beramai-ramai. Kalau lari biasa, saya jamin mesti penat dan tercungap-cungap. Tetapi lari akiden ni banyak sekali perkara yang boleh kita bayangkan semasa berlari itu. Jadi dengan itu saya menjemput pada semua yang hadir, marilah berlari beramai-ramai semasa Akiden Run tahun 2012 ini berjalan. Dan sudah tentulah kali ini Akiden Run kali ini lebih besar lagi kerana ia sebahagian daripada rencana sambutan himpunan jutaan belia. Himpunan jutaan belia lain dengan himpunan yang pakai baju kuning di belakang sana. Ini semua adalah penyokong Akiden, jangan salah faham. Tetapi yang lebih penting sekali ialah himpunan jutaan belia pada kali ini dikaitkan dengan suatu falsafah yang sangat besar, artinya yang saya kira tidak pernah, correct me if I'm wrong, from our friend from Japan, is something different than others. Not being implemented before in any country in the world, I guessed, based on one important policy that when we talk about engaging the young, when we talk about how we appreciate, we admire, we value the young people in this country, to the extent that we are willing to surrender the most sacred city, the most sacred place. I'm talking about sacred not in terms of religion, but you talk about something different. You talk about the importance of a city that always being associated as the capital city of administration of this country, which is Putrajaya. Putrajaya sebuah bandar pentadbiran yang begitu besar artinya. Ia berbeza dengan bandar-bandar lain di Malaysia, di mana bandar lain, Kuala Lumpur sejarahnya bermula apabila mereka datang untuk mencari kekayaan. Seremban, Ipoh, Johor Bahru, Pulau Pinang dikaitkan dengan sebahagiannya bandar itu bangun dengan mencari kekayaan. Bandar itu bangun apabila penjajah datang bertapak seperti Pulau Pinang. Tetapi Putrajaya ialah bandar yang dibangunkan kerana suatu hasrat kerajaan ingin memberikan tumpuan yang besar, fokus kepada pembangunan dan pentadbiran negara ini yang berkaitan dengan mengformulasikan pelbagai dasar dan polisi, dan ianya mestilah dibuat secara berintegrasi antara satu kementerian dengan kementerian lain. Maka lahirlah sebuah kota yang khusus dibangunkan untuk ini. Dan bandar itu ialah Putrajaya. Putrajaya satu ketika dikaitkan, di sinilah tempat menteri-menteri bekerja, pejabatnya, ketua-ketua setiausaha. Satu masa diminta diplomat, kedutaan datang kemari. Tempat pegawai-pegawai senior dalam negara berada di sini. Ianya indah, tetapi hanya boleh dilihat, tetapi tidak boleh dipegang. Ada air yang cantik, ikan yang berenang dengan banyaknya, tetapi tidak boleh dikail ikan itu. Tetapi falsafah kita katakan bahawa seindah dan sehebat ini Putrajaya, kerajaan Malaysia sanggup menyerahkan, to surrender. When we say that we surrender Putrajaya, every year we started in 2010 dengan 3 hari, and then 2011 another 3 days, and this year 2012 we surrender Putrajaya for 5 days for the youth to do whatever you want to do in Putrajaya. Saya rasa this kind of policy, something that I'm not sure whether any other government in the world, I'm not sure about in Japan, but I asked my friend in Indonesia, I asked my friend in Singapore, I asked my friend in Arab country, I asked my friends in European country, there is no such thing that any country willing to surrender one city for the youth to do whatever they want, to show your creativity, to show your ability, to show your energy, to show your competency in one big important city like Putrajaya. That's only being done in the country that called Malaysia today. So, and a part of that, when we started with this kind of event in 2009, we always thought that how we are going to gather, because normally when you talk about having this kind of event, we need only about 20,000 youth. But we started in 2009 with a bigger ambition to gather about 200,000 youth. But out of that 200,000, I said that during the time, the ready-made crowd that we can started with is the run that was very special during that time. I learned something during that time. It was Ikaden Run. Dulu Ikaden Run macam diberitahu bermula dengan 100 tim lebih, 137 teams. Lepas tu saya ingat mula-mula dalam tahun 2009 ada lebih kurang, tambah lagi lebih kurang 500 tim. Raja. Saya beritahu in 2010 when we started Hari Belia using this concept, I told Raja, you have to maximize the number of teams. And it was successfully done during that time. It was more than 1,000 teams. And I still remember Miss Tomoko when she were here. When I told her, when she asked us how many teams, we said that more than 1,000 teams, more than 1,000. What 1,000? Because even in Japan, The Ikiden Run was started in Japan, and it is a very Japanese thing. Never in Japan, any town, any city that can run Ikiden Run more than 1,000 teams is only in Malaysia. I believe that is still true till today. So please tell your fellow countrymen over there, fellow countrymen and women, that please come to Malaysia, appreciate Malaysia, and appreciate our Ikiden Run. That's supposed to be the biggest Ikiden Run in the world today. And Ikiden Run blends very well with the concept or the principle and the philosophy of this himpunan or gathering of millions of youth. Because it's not about normal run. There are so many runs, so many marathons being carried out in this country. It's about teamwork. Every team, each of you have to run 3 kilometers times 5 members of a team. So you run about the total 15 kilometers. If you look at from various angles, I still remember that beautiful face, for instance. I ran as a part of the KBS. Saya, KSU, pada waktu itu Timbalan Menteri lari. Tapi YB Gan, the next year YB Gan lari. Tepuk tangan YB Gan. So tahun ini kalau menteri dah lari, yang lain pula kena lari. Dato' Borhan pula ke wakil menteri. Sudah lari dah? Sudah lari dah. Saya nampak banyak lari, makin besar badan dia. Getting bigger after that. Tak kira lah, you can think about whatever approach about the member of the team. What does it mean? It means member of different level of your organization, or you talk about different racial members of your group. You can talk about one Malaysia. You can talk about ASEAN. We have one Malaysian, one Indonesian, one Singaporean, one Thai, for instance. But I don't subscribe. It has to be a part of LGBT, one lesbian, one gay, one whatever. I don't subscribe to that. I'm very sorry. You can be anything. One big, one small, one medium. You can be anything. That's up to you whether what kind of thing that you want to promote about your team. And it's very unique. That's something that you can share the experience of running together. This is something that you can create a new thing and give a lot of meanings to the what so-called the Ikiden Run that we are going to propose this time. Sebab itu saya percaya dan saya yakin dengan kerja dan komitmen yang ditunjukkan, apabila tahun ini masih maintain 1,000 tim, we still maintain 1,000 teams. Not because I'm not encouraging to have more than 1,000. Because for the first year when we had, I told Raja Roslan to maximize the number, which was more than 1,000. I could understand the difficulty and the headaches that he got to face because Ikeden Run got to involve a lot of logistical problems, buses that got to carry so many people from one stop to another stop, because one bus can only accommodate about 40 persons, but 1,000 persons is not enough. It's about 20 buses during this kind of festival. It's not easy to maneuver and to move around. So 1,000 is the optimum number, which is manageable for the organizer to run this kind of event. So we maintain that 1,000. Maybe it's more selective this time to get people from different and various groups and background to be able to participate in this accident run. Sekali lagi saya ucapkan tahniah dan syabas kepada semua pihak, rakan-rakan daripada Kedutaan Jepun yang sentiasa memberi sokongan, daripada pejabat Konsul Jeneral Fukuoka, sebab saya pergi ke Fukuoka semasa Malaysia lawan Jepun dahulu, dan Jepun begitu berhati mulia, dia tak kalahkan kita teruk-teruk bila sampai tempat dia. Layanan yang diberikan kerana kerjasama yang begitu hangat, hebat dan dingin dan murni sentiasa diberikan pada kita semua. Terima kasih. Saya ucapkan selamat berjaya, selamat menikmati larian kali ini, dan larian kali ini sudah tentu lebih hebat dan penuh makna untuk kita semua. Dan terima kasih pada para penaja yang turut bersama dengan kita, dan tak mungkin yang dapat dilaksanakan tanpa sokongan tuan-tuan dan puan-puan. Sekian, wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.